Brought to you by the EveryDollar app. Start budgeting for free today.
I have a situation where I have a couple of options, but I really don't know what to do. I'm 86 years old. I have only Social Security. I own my own home. I own my car.
Good.
But I have about almost $30,000 credit card debt.
Oh, my goodness.
I know. I have making minimum payments, but I'm only left with maybe $100, $200 a month to eat, put gas in the car. Now, I do have help from a daughter and an ex-husband that feeds me, as I need it if I make a suggestion, but it's embarrassing that I don't want to.
Mm-hmm.
I think about selling the car. It's 17 years old. I won't buy another one, but I'm pretty much going to be grounded.
What's the car worth?
Well, it's a Crown Victoria.
I don't think that's going to make a dent in your credit card debt.
Yeah.
I'd rather you keep the car to get around.
Yeah, true. Or sell the house. That's what I want to know.
Oh, boy.
And get an apartment.
Well, the problem is right now you have a fixed expense with this paid-for house.
Right.
So if you sold it to pay off your credit card debt, that leaves you with an expense that's ongoing and increasing. And with your Social Security, I don't know that you're going to be able to afford the payment of the rent.
How much do you get every month?
11,198.
Okay.
Almost 1,000.
So about $1,200 a month.
Right. Yeah.
And what are your monthly expenses right now? You're saying you have $100 left over, so you need about $1,100 to live, or $1,000?
No. The reason I'm in credit card debt is I always need about $200 more, and so I use the credit card, and then I'll start paying the minimum payments, and then the interest starts hitting on them, and they build. Now, the last 2 or 3 months, I had almost $3,000 in car repair, and some other $700 to the dentist.
Yeah.
And so
you just have no cushion. You have no cushion to pay for anything that comes up beyond your $1,100 a month, right?
And unless I beg it from either a daughter or an ex.
I'm sorry.
Oh, my goodness. I'm so sorry. Joan, this is not a fun place to be. What is your house worth?
My health?
Your house. What's it worth?
Well, what do you mean by that?
If you sold it today, what could you get for it?
Oh, my house.
Yes.
Oh, the house is probably worth $195 to maybe $250.
Okay.
That's a big.
But on either side, the houses have built around me, and they're worth $600,000 and $500,000.
Why is yours so low?
Yeah.
No updates?
Is it in rough shape?
No, mine is just old. When I came here 21 years ago.
Oh, they built a bunch of new houses around you.
Yeah, they built everybody around me,
Okay.
and I don't have an HOA, and everybody else.
Are you at the point where you could move in with your daughter?
Well, I could, but I'm not too sure about that. Personalities. I mean, it would be. I have some health problems, but they're under control.
Well, the problem is, let's say if I snap my fingers and got you out of credit card debt, you're going to be back in $30,000 of credit card debt because you're using the credit cards to float your life and expenses.
Well, I promised her that from now on I would ask her after if I have to charge something.
But you're still behind $200 a month, which you're using credit cards for, you told us.
So you've got your.
I know.
That's not going to change anytime soon.
You've got your daughter, and do you have other kids, or is it just her?
Yes, but that wouldn't be possible.
Okay, so your daughter has said Mom, let me know before you charge this credit card. Tell me, and I'm going to try to help you out, basically, right?
Yes.
So, like you said, it's embarrassing and it's tough, but your options are you either reach out to your daughter and you say, hey, you told me that this lifeline is here. And the truth is, I need $200 every month in order to be able to live and not spend any more on this credit card. Mm-hmm. That $200 will help me make my minimum payments and not go over. If you said that to her, is she on board and to say, okay, I'm going to help you in that way? And then, because the other option is we might have to look at this house, which doesn't really make sense because of the cost of living today. Like, there's not really an option.
I know.
You know?
That's one thing that's made it gone up more. Well, okay.
Your expenses are $1,400 and you're bringing in $1,200. That's the truth at the end of the day, right? Because you're going $200 into debt on the credit cards.
Yes.
So we need to find a way to either lower our expenses somehow or increase our income.
Well,
I don't know we're going to find a way to increase income.
I wrote down every penny I spent this past month.
Mm-hmm.
And
could you downgrade an in-house? If you sold it for $250, could you go buy a place for $200?
I'm not sure in Florida right now. I mean,
or even an apartment.
No, it's a house.
I'm saying, could you downgrade to an apartment?
Oh, well, I could go. Yeah, I mean, I could, but I'm 86 years old. I mean,
I know, but we also didn't set ourselves up for a bright future in retirement.
No.
So this is part of it, is we got to deal with the ramifications.
I was a single mother since I was 19 years old with no child support, and I worked until I was almost 80.
What were you doing for work?
I mean, I was maybe I better not say. I worked in a pharmacy technician.
Okay. Is there something you could do to make a little bit of extra money right now? Are you able to get around and do that?
Oh, yeah, I get around. I mean, I
think we might need to find a little part-time job to clean up this debt and increase our income if you're able-bodied. It's not fun, but this might be your only option other than selling the house and downgrading to an apartment that you pay cash for, which allows you to clean up the credit card debt, lowering your monthly expenses.
Right. Well, I have leukemia. I've had it for 21 years. I really don't have a high energy level. And I have a dog. And the dog, I was going to tell you the expenses the dog cost. The dog was the biggest expense.
No, I bet. I know. I got two little French bulldogs, and they're the biggest line item in my budget right now. So, Joan, I'm so sorry.
It was $181 for the dog.
Every month?
No, just this month.
Okay.
Just this month? Oh, Joan, I'm so sorry. You have been through it. I would definitely look at downgrading a house and going to an apartment you pay cash for, getting rid of the credit card debt. If you need to rehome the dog, I'd rather you eat before the dog. So that's the hard truth. I hope it helps, and I hope your daughter or ex-husband can help.
Create your free every dollar budget today, the simplest way to budget for your life.